preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Chargers and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards remain on second down. Up the middle with Eckler. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, you hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Garoppolo on first down. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Play action. Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So as they take it over, We step aside. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this pass broken up. The contact well in time there, and now 4th down. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They go play action here on first down. And this is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They run it here with Oliver. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
2 things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jennings. And that will be incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. But incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers' first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He'll find Everett there, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And they'll work this down inside the
30. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Throwing in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
They've got him up to 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks him backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? He'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On 1st and 10, Jennings. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Garoppolo now.
That's again complete to Palmer. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He finds his man, complete. It's Webster. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second down at 5. To throw is Garoppolo. Allen's got it, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Chargers.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Lions, nothing.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jennings. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Throwing on first down, Jennings.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
That's a gain of 3.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Garoppolo. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll take it at the 42. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
To throw on 2nd down, Jennings. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Escaping the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. This is taken at the 15. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Looking to throw. Jennings. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. The quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. You're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Webster. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Garoppolo again. Caught on a slant. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to move back in front. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Detroit's offense ready to take over. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Looking to throw on second down. Jennings. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. To throw on second down. Jennings. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Jennings. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to roll it out of bounds. So the incomplete, and certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. It's caught on the right side. Williams. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but nearly all for naught. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Back to throw. Jennings. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Throws out left, it's caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Jennings. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Back to throw again. It's complete to Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 16. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jennings. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Joey Bosa drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend, and then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on the secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. On 1st and 10, Jennings. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, Swift. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jennings. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Jennings. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jennings. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Palmer. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. There's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force him both down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, Jennings. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jennings. Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down. Jennings. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. On 1st down, Jennings. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Operating from the gun, Jennings. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jennings eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So his second field goal here in this third quarter.
The first one tied the game, and this one gets him the lead, but you just have to wonder if field goals are going to be enough. At some point, they've got to conclude these drives with the ball in the end zone.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the give, this is Eckler. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Throw on 2nd down.
They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've had a lot of chances but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run. It's Oliver. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Cousins. And that is incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
First throw now for the backup, Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Webster. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And you and I both know, this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On play action, Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding it at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Again, it's Spiller.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. To the air, Allen. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score.
That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Cousins. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Straight ahead running. Here's McFarland.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a carry for Oliver. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. From the red zone now, Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They run it here with Oliver. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On the run, it's Oliver. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Short of the goal line. No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
5-yard loss. Sets up third down and goal.
Cousins now. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on the play of the game now. 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. They kept it in the air on 4th, Charles. They ran on 1st and 2nd down, tried it through the air on 3rd and 4th. Couldn't come away with anything on 4th and goal.
And remember, in these situations, the field is really condensed. Everything is squeezed tight. So as a defender, you can actually take more chances here because they won't have as much time to throw the football, and a receiver really can't run past you. If they do, they run out the back of the end zone. Nice job by the D, shutting them down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here.
2nd and 11 now. On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.